Hey everybody, today I have another product for you guys to check out. This is the Standard Horizon. This is a VHF marine radio that floats. And so the technical name for this is a Class H DSC GPS transceiver HX890. That's a lot of stuff right there. I'm gonna open this up, show you guys what's in it. We're not gonna get too technical, okay? I'm no safety instructor or anything like that. So I'm just gonna show you what's in this box, and then we're gonna bring this device on a trip, and let's just get it in some real working order and see what it does. And so let's open this box. So right on top, of course, you have your owner's manual. Read it. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm not gonna go through all that right now. What I wanna do is show you what's in this box. I actually purchased this from Amazon, and so Amazon doesn't always have the best, videos and stuff for you to see. So it's nice for you to see what's actually in this box. So we've got our handheld right here. We've got the VHF device itself. It's nice. We'll go ahead and take this off. I got the navy blue one. I know Amazon has a black one as well. So we've got that. We'll go over that in just a moment. Looks like we've got a clip here that comes in the box. We have the, what is this? Okay, so you can put regular batteries in here if need be, but then you have your rechargeable battery. That's actually a nice little piece that comes with this, the ability to put, regular batteries in here, AAA batteries if needed. So you can always keep those on your boat, on your kayak. I'm specifically using this for my kayak, so let's get that out of the way. We also have some chargers and universal adapter type stuff here. We also have a way for you to charge it. We also have a way for you to charge it in your car or in any sort of 12-volt device you may have. I have a Minn Kota trolling motor box that I do a lot of charging. I have a Dakota lithium charging box. I do a lot of charging with those boxes with my 12 volts for, when I'm not around my car and things like that. Also, you have your USB charger. You have your antenna. We'll open this up real quick. There we go. That's going to go on the radio. And last, we have the base to charge it on, and that is everything in the box. So the first thing we're going to do is screw on our antenna here. And what's nice, which a lot of VHFs are kind of like this, the handheld ones, you have the option to go ahead and plug in if you want to, clip this onto your belt and use one of those cool little hand ones and talking that would go right in here. All right, before we turn this on, we need to turn on or put the battery in. And what's nice is this is actually unlocked right now, but this locks, so which is that's pretty nice. So we're gonna do that. Put our battery in. Let's see. Come on, Heath, make this more complicated than it needs to be. Had it in backwards. There we go. Boom. Then we're gonna put this back in, push it, and lock it. Okay. Right off the bat, before we turn this on, we have a few different things. You have your, of course, your channel 16. You have your volume, channels, way to select, clear option, menu, talking. Okay. Before we turn this on, also, I want to point out this distress button right here. So you can actually open this if you need to. Boom. Hit that distress button. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more research, so don't take my word don't take my word for it. But I believe when we turn this on, you are going to need to register this if you want to use this distress button and use the waypoints, because this is also a GPS as well. And so if you want to be able to use that button, I'm not sure. I'll have to do some more research. I think there's a fee. I'll have to check that out, but let's go ahead and turn this on. So power button, hold it down, turns on. Standard Horizon. Warning, radio will not transmit any DSC calls until own ship's MMSI entered. Okay, so you could just use this right off the bat if you want to, if we want to talk. But you're not going to get any of the... You're not going to be able to send your signal out or your data out unless you put in that code. So we're going to have to get that. So just moving around, we've got our menu here, if you can see that. GPS if we had that set up, which we don't, navigation, MMSI, so that's where we would actually put in our MMSI number. So you can see, you can go through here and you're gonna have to put it in, and it's gonna ask you to put it in twice, and then you do that. But other than that, guys, you can hear. Let's turn this up. How do you turn this up? Something that I want to tell you about this radio, you know, you should always have some sort of safety devices out there when you're on the water. The water, man, you can just be thrown all kinds of things that you didn't expect, and it's happened to me a bunch of times. I'm actually going to be using this on my kayak for kayak fishing, and you know, we're coming up on tarpon season and going off the beach for kingfish and just being out in the middle of nowhere with friends. I have one already. I have an old Standard Horizon, and I loved it and it did well, but this has a lot more features than mine does. Some of the features I like on here, which I really feel, you know, kind of justifies that $200 price point, even though it's a lot, is the fact that it has GPS. And so you can actually enter a waypoint into this, and you can navigate to that waypoint, you know, as navigation, which is pretty sweet. Sometimes people use their fish finders for that. Maybe you don't have a fish finder in your kayak, but I believe you definitely can do that with this device here. Also, it floats, which is great. You know, you want to have this on your body. You want to be able to have this accessible when you need it, not to fiddle around for it. But, you know, God forbid you go over and this thing, you know, does get tossed. It does float, which is awesome. And of course, the distress button, you know, this is important to me and of course to my family. I don't have one of those devices where when I fall in the water, it detects water and immediately sends out your signal. I don't have that. I would love to get one of those one day, but in the meantime, at least I do have this in case I don't have cell phone signal, or I can't make a call, and sometimes you can't pull your cell phone out and make those calls that you need to make in times of emergency. If this is on you, which it should be if you're out there, you'll just be able to flip this up, press this button, and if you have everything set up, it will get your information over to the proper authorities. And so that's why I paid the premium price for this on Amazon. It's like $200. So I hope this video is really helping you guys out. And I know I'm not too technical and can't really get into it because I'm not a pro. And to be quite honest, I haven't read this entire handbook. But we're gonna go ahead and get this on the water and just use it for some basic things, see how it holds up, and head to Louisiana and use this thing. Alrighty, buddy. I'll get on that side of the marsh, and maybe I can't pick up another one on my way in. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Just look for Taylor. He's out there on the power line, just inside the grass here.
Will do. Just trying to get back in time for that boil, bro.
I feel you, man. I don't want to miss it yet. I got a couple more spots to fill in the box, though.
Looks like a little thick one. There we go. There we go. I just want to give you guys a quick review of the Standard Horizon that we unboxed. And so I'm in Louisiana now. I've been on the water with my boys, about 9 of us, something like that, 9 or 10 of us. And I tell you what, we've been having a blast with our radios. A few other guys with me also picked these up. And so let me just give you a little bit of my on the water experience. It's been fun. We've been using channel 71. It says pleasure on there, the pleasure channel. So I'm guessing that means, you know, talk at your own pleasure, or maybe not. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not a certified captain, qualified captain. I'm just kind of using these. So it's been nice having this. I have had my signal all the way up pretty much every day that I've been here, and it's lasted me the entire trip with us talking to each other and probably using these more than we really should. And so anyways, it's been nice using it. I've used the radio on the way out to my kayak spots. So, you know, just jamming, you know, with the radio, hanging out, pedaling over to the spots and just listening to some tunes. And once I get there, we switch over to channel 71 and it's like, all right, man, I'm on a fish. It's been working well. The signal has been good. It's been nice and clear, which is nice. One thing that I like about my old Standard Horizon that my buddy is actually using out here is that it had a turn. It had a volume knob that turned. This one you have to press, which, you know, that is what it is. You got to press it up and down, but I personally prefer the turn it. So as you're talking, as you're fishing, doing whatever you're doing, you don't have to like look at this and press buttons. You can just, you know, it's on your vest or whatever, and you just give it a little turn. So that's one thing I didn't like about, I mean, did I not like it? It's just something I preferred on my other standard Horizon, which I wish they would have carried that over to this one. I'm not exactly sure why, or why they did or did not do that, but it is what it is. Other than that, it does float. I did check that. It does float. It didn't have any water in there. When I pulled the battery, it seemed to be sealed pretty good. And so all in all, you know, of course you can't test the distress. You're not supposed to do that. All in all, this was a great radio. Scanned everything, listened to some tunes, talked to my friends far away from me, and it's been nice having out on the water. Make sure you're on the right channel. We did get on the wrong channel, and you know, people get upset when you're on the wrong channel, so go ahead and pick yourself a channel. And I also have another little trick that I like to use when I'm talking with my friends. This has nothing to do with the review of the radio, but when I call one of my friends out, you know, I like to say the word switch, and we already have a number that we go to that's off the main channel that we are talking on as a group, in case we want to just share some personal information, you know, hide from our friends, you know, where the fish really are. No, I'm just kidding. But it is nice to you and a buddy, if you're out in the water, for you guys to have another channel. If you say switch, you can switch over to that channel without being too weird or awkward with everybody else listening. Guys, I recommend this. You know, what was it, 200 bucks, something like that? I think it was worth it, especially for this button in the back. That's nice. I signed up for the website and put my wife in as my emergency contact, put my sister in as a secondary emergency contact, and yeah, just nice to have that. I definitely recommend this radio. You know, I'm not paid or sponsored by these guys, just reviewing the product. I had fun with it on this trip, and it did me well.